DJ Skidmark. The name itself was a punchline, a cruel joke bestowed by some playground bully. But Daniel James Skidmark, as he was known to absolutely no one, owned that name. He owned it like he owned the golf course and the kitchen, the two domains where he reigned supreme. His handicap, scratch, his palate, impeccable. His temper, well, that was a work in progress. DJ approached both golf and cooking with the same unwavering intensity. Every swing, every spice, every ingredient measured and meticulously considered. He saw symmetry in a perfectly plated dish, a mirrored elegance in the arc of a golf ball soaring through the air. Control, precision, mastery, these were the pillars of DJ's existence. But beneath the surface of this meticulously crafted life, a darkness simmered. A simmer that threatened to boil over. Because for DJ, anything less than perfection was an unforgivable sin. And he, as the self-appointed judge, jury, and executioner, was ready to deliver the verdict. DJ was a walking contradiction, a man who embodied both serenity and barely contained rage. On the golf course, he was a picture of quiet focus, his movements fluid, almost balletic. His swing was a thing of beauty, effortless power harnessed into a single, perfect motion. Off the course, he was all sharp edges and clipped tones, his movements precise, almost robotic. His hands, those same hands that could whisk a hollandaise sauce to airy perfection, could also crush a man's windpipe with terrifying ease. He had a way of looking at you, eyes cold and assessing, like he was calculating the best way to fillet you and serve you with a side of fava beans. His smile, when it appeared, was thin and sharp, more of a warning than an invitation. DJ didn't have friends, he had competitors, rivals to be vanquished both on and off the green. It started small, a caddy who coughed at a crucial moment costing DJ a stroke. Found face down in a bunker, a single golf tee marking his final resting place. A sous chef who oversalted the risotto, ruining the delicate balance of flavors. Last seen being stuffed into a walk-in freezer, a look of horrified understanding dawning on his face. The disappearances were brushed aside, chalked up to the transient nature of the service industry, but the whispers started. Whispers of DJ's temper, his ruthlessness, his unwavering pursuit of perfection. And as his body count grew, so too did his legend. He became a cautionary tale, a whispered warning. Don't cross DJ Skidmark, not if you value your handicap or your life. Section 4, a slice of dark humor, finding the funny in the macabre. There was a certain irony to it all, a dark humor that DJ himself seemed to relish. He started leaving clues, little culinary flourishes at the scenes of his crimes. A sprig of rosemary tucked behind the ear of the caddy. A perfectly diced mirepoix arranged around the sous chef's feet. It was his twisted way of signing his work. A macabre performance art piece for an audience too terrified to appreciate it. The police were baffled. The media, on the other hand, were having a field day. The golfing gourmet, they called him, the Iron Chef Killer. DJ, ever the showman, lapped it up. He was getting exactly what he craved. Attention, notoriety, fear. He was a star, albeit one with a rather unique fan base. Section 5, the 19th hole, DJ's reckoning. But all good things, even murderous rampages fueled by culinary perfectionism, must come to an end. DJ's downfall, as it turned out, was a simple one: arrogance. He got sloppy, overconfident. He left a witness. A line cook who stumbled upon him disposing of his latest victim. A food critic who had dared to give his new restaurant a less than glowing review. The trial was a media circus. The prosecution laid out a compelling case, complete with DNA evidence and eyewitness testimony. DJ, true to form, remained defiant, even smug. He seemed almost disappointed by the mediocrity of it all. In the end, it didn't matter. The jury, like a golfer facing a tricky putt, came to the only possible conclusion: guilty. As the judge read the verdict, a strange sense of peace washed over DJ. He had finally met his match. He had finally found an opponent worthy of his respect. The cold, hard hand of justice.